On YouTube Live or Facebook Live. If you're going back and listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, thank you. You can share this link with somebody. I'm about to kick this on the FM and learn about Pincurl girls. Here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. My name is Gardy, and it's after 10 o'clock, and we are going to be talking to a special guest and learning about everything that she has going on. I'm going to get her introduced. Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm good, Gardy. How are you?
I'm doing good. Can you let everybody know what your name is, and then where are you at? Like, what state and city are you in, and then what organization you're with?
Sure. My name is Jen Landis, and I'm living in Lincoln, Nebraska. And I own a company called Pincurl Girls, which spreads encouragement and positivity.
All right. So where did you get the idea for Pincurl Girls?
I don't know if you have this, but I have this self-doubt, negative voice in my head that's critiquing me all the time. So in order to quiet her, I have to send positive messages to my brain to kind of overpower that negative voice. And it works for me, so I want to share it with others.
Okay. Does this sound like anybody? Like that voice in your head, like a family member? Or is it just like another version of yourself?
That's a good question. I don't know if I should answer.
Is it mom? That's what I was thinking about mine. I was like, what's mine? Is it my mom? My wife?
It's probably a combination of all those bosses, teachers, just trying to be a perfectionist and realizing that that's probably not going to make me the happiest person there is.
Yeah. Okay. So Pincurl Girls, so what kind of things do y'all do? What do y'all have?
Oh, I love this. My favorite product that we have is a daily text message. So you don't have to download an app or anything. You can get signed up and I'll send you a daily text. It comes at different times of day, so you'll be surprised when you get it. It has your first name in it. And it's just a little encouragement, and it's from the Pincurl Girls. And I've heard from a lot of people that comes at just the right time, and it makes them smile, and it kind of shifts their mindset to, hey, everything's going to be okay.
Tell me about the name.
Pincurl Girls. Well, when I was little, my mom put pin curls in my hair, and I would wake up thinking, oh, I'm going to have the most beautiful hair for school. And you take out the pin curls, and they were the worst curls ever. And then you felt insecure all day long with the way you looked. So when I was naming the company, that just popped into my head.
Okay, that's cool. Pincurl Girls. How long have you had this the business?
I've been doing this for 10 or 12 years, actually. I started it in grad school. That's when it really culminated, where I started comparing myself to other grad students, thinking they were so much smarter than me. And it was the worst 3 years of my life. And it just really taught me that positive self-talk is the only way that I could get out of that negative funk. Okay.
And you said you went to grad school. What did you go to school for?
I went to grad school for art.
Where did you go to school?
Here at the University of Lincoln, Nebraska.
That's cool. My wife, she went to grad school and she went for art history.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but out in California. But you know, for me, like I would see the kind of stuff that she was doing, and I was like, man, I appreciate art. I like art, but for me, like it was a lot. It was a lot. But how was your experience for school out there?
Man, I learned a lot about myself, and for the first time in my life, I got straight A's, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, whenever it's something that you, I guess, really enjoy, it's easy to kind of just dive in.
Yeah, I was a little bit older, so I knew that the things I like to do outside of school changed up a bit, and I spent more time studying than going out with friends.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, so we're talking to Jen with Pincurl Girls. Jen, do you have any kids for yourself?
Yeah, I have a daughter. She's going into middle school in the fall, and I have a son who is 9 years old.
Do they get to help or have ideas or maybe give recommendations for Pincurl Girls?
Yeah, so my daughter comes up with positive sayings quite a bit that I incorporate, and my son has the most random language from watching all these YouTube videos that sometimes I use that to introduce the text, like severe fun warning.
Yes.
Those types of things. So yeah, they help out quite a bit.
Okay, how old is your son?
He's 9.
Does he sometimes speak with like some kind of weird accent, you know, based off of YouTube videos that he sees?
Oh yeah, all the time. I mean, he's constantly watching YouTube, and I try to tell him, you have to put that phone away, but what he's learning is funny, and yeah, he's on it quite a bit.
Okay, I was just making sure.
How about yours?
My son is 7, right? And sometimes I'm like, is that a German accent? Or like, what kind of toy review videos are you watching? Or he's a big fan of Roblox and
Yeah,
different stuff like
Stefan loves
that.
Roblox too.
Yeah. And then there's another game called Splatoon, and that's what he's all about right now. But he plays it on his Nintendo Switch. But there's all kinds of dances and all these different things that go with it. But man, raising kids is awesome. But I guess there's no like a perfect manual. Every kid is the same, or this kid's gonna deal with struggling with this. But so for you, I guess with the organization that you have, given that positive message is pretty important.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, my daughter's been signed up for the text and gets the calendars and stuff. And I do think that there's room for positivity and products for boys too. I created a calendar a couple years ago for boys as well. And I've heard that I don't do it right now just because of limited time, but I've heard from some mothers that they really want that positive message for their sons as well as their daughters. So that's one of the things I need to get back into is having messages for everybody.
Yeah. And with you with having children, were they able to finish the school year? Did they have to do that online? How did that go?
Oh gosh, they did it online, and I actually had my their grandma help with that because they were not listening to my view,
Yeah.
myself. So, and we're working from home. Our office is closed, so yeah, I wasn't a very good stay-at-home mom teacher.
Yeah. I feel you on that. It was a lot of distance learning and a bunch of stuff with the iPad and everything else. Right now it is 10:10. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. My name is Gardy. We're learning about Pincurl girls and everything that they have going on. We're going to take a quick break and we are going to come right back. This is KHEA Radio.
How long have you been working at the station?
It tripped me out. I lost your video. Can you see me still?
Yeah, I can see you.
That's weird. I lost your video. Okay. Could you maybe, let me see if you could stop the camera and then restart it. We're still on Facebook Live, but I went off the FM because I was like, oh, I didn't know if you were still there or not. But
My back?
Not yet. Which the camera was kind of going trippy, and I was saying like, man, it feels like a party. It was like a strobe thing, and then all of a sudden it just went black. But
I saw it in your monitor. I
know. I was like, man, this feels like a party. It feels like a strobe, but it actually looked kind of cool. And then my friend Justin was like, just close your eyes and listen, because I said I'm getting dizzy, which I'm not getting dizzy. But if it doesn't come back, it's okay. It's okay. But we can still continue talking.
I could log off and try to log on again.
Hang on. The only thing about that is if you do, yeah, let's do that.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, see you in a sec.
Y'all get to see the back end of the the back end of the technical difficulties that sometimes happen. So I had to restop it, and I'm gonna make sure she gets joined again. And we'll see if it works.
All right.
Okay, hang on. All right. So, okay, I just had to try and set the camera shot back up again and make sure that your shot shows up. But right now, it's not a party. It's not the strobe light.
Well, that's good.
Well, I'm still making it work. I'm gonna let the people listen to some music, and then we're gonna, and then I'll get it going.
5 FM. KHEA, Lamarck.
I was there on the day that your world changed. You were scared, unprepared for the heartbreak. Everything you knew faded out of you, stole a piece of you. If I could, oh, I would be a hero. Be the one who would take all the arrows, save you from the pain, carry all the weight. But I know that you're brave. Fight on, fighter. Don't let anyone steal your fire. Fight on, fighter. The spirit is alive inside you, yeah.
The song is jamming.
I like that song.
I know that. Okay. You know what? I don't think it's gonna. It's tripping out, but we can keep going if that's okay, just with your audio, and then I don't know what happened, but it's all right. So right now we're talking to Jen Landis. She is with. First of all, did I say your last name right? Because that's the first time I've said it. Jen Landis.
Yeah, no, that's right.
With Pincurl Girls. I'm going to kick us back onto the FM, and then we can continue talking about everything. Here we go. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. My name is Gardy. Right now it's 10:15 on a Monday morning, and I am having the opportunity to talk to Jen Landis with Pincurl Girls. She's out in Nebraska talking about her business, her organization, and the positive influence that they're providing for children. So who is the ideal person who would participate in Pincurl Girls? Is there like an age range?
Yeah, my target audience is teenagers, like 13 to 18-year-olds. When they're growing up and starting new, middle school or junior high and starting to question themselves, girls start to doubt themselves at the age of 9 and they lose their self-esteem. So focusing on those girls. But I also do know a lot of women that have that 9-year-old daughter inside of them, 9-year-old self inside of them that still really enjoy the encouragement.
Yeah, that's
positive daily messages.
Yeah. So how can you sign up for those alerts and text messages?
Yeah. My website has the form to sign up. It's called, my website address is pincurlgirls.com. That's PINGIRLCURLS.com.
That was awesome. So that, like, as soon as you said, like, it reminded me of a text alert. Was that your phone that dinged? Or was that mine?
We had that all planned out. It worked great. That was the daily text. You just missed it. You can get yourself signed.
Was that really it?
No.
Oh, man. I was like, well, okay. We had planned this elaborate scheme where the camera would stop and then it would just be like a 10:16. The text will come in and it'll be perfect.
Oh, that would be perfect.
Yes. So pincurlgirls.com. You can go to that website and sign up and you'll receive encouragement. Could you read maybe like the one from yesterday, or what kind of things that people can expect if they sign up?
Yeah, let me grab my phone.
So we're talking to Jen Landis right now with Pincurl Girls, and she's about to read one of these daily texts of encouragement.
All right. Just think, Gardy, what if it all goes right? What if you go for it and it works? Wouldn't it be fun? We say it's worth a try. Love, Pincurl Girls.
See, that's awesome. And it's just, a couple of sentences like that, and it just comes every day, huh?
Yep, at different times, so you'll never know when you get it.
Okay, and different times of the day, gotcha. And I imagine there's probably like testimonials of people that are saying like, wow, I really needed this during this time, or it came whenever I was, doubting something. Have you had a chance to hear any feedback like that?
Oh, yeah, yes. I have pages and pages of feedback like that. Like, it just came at the right time. How did you know? Just what I needed today. Helps me feel positive when I'm down, those types of things.
Okay. And what else, if you go to the website, pincurlgirls.com, what else can they see? What can they expect?
So my second biggest thing, favorite idea product is an inspirational calendar. And so each month has one of my Pincurl Girl drawings. So the Pincurl Girls are actually illustrations. I call it Hello Kitty meets American Girl doll. And so you'll see a picture of a Pincurl Girl. She has there's hundreds of them, not thousands, different skin colors. And then there's a positive message next to it. So that's also pretty fun. And I have positive messages and special made up holidays on the grid part, like, hey, it's like totally great to be yourself day, that sort of thing.
Are there...
And then I have like throw blankets with positive message on it and mugs and stuff like that.
For the Pincurl Girls, the characters on there, are there actual inspirations, or is that, you being an artist just kind of taking some freedom there?
Well, when I was in graduate school, like I was saying, I was super insecure and doubting myself. So I started drawing myself as this teeny little 1-inch girl that would like be really insecure and cover up her stomach rolls and stuff. And as I graduated from getting my master's, the girls evolved and those drawings evolved, and they started saying positive things to me. So they come from my inner child. And they've expanded from there.
Whenever you were young, what did you want to be? Did you always want to be an artist?
Always, yeah, 100%. My mom said that she knew I was going to be an artist from when I was in her womb.
Really? And what kind of art were you drawn towards?
I love painting. Like, this is one of my paintings behind me. And I studied graphic design in college. So I work in an advertising agency right now doing graphic design.
Awesome. That's cool. Can you say any of the stuff that you've had an opportunity to work on, like even like the kinds of businesses?
Sure. Yeah, currently I work on some regional banks, some nonprofits. We do a lot of nonprofit branding. So if a nonprofit needs a new look or a new logo, we help them take their business to the next level. I worked with Blockbuster Video back in the day.
That's cool.
They actually had video stores.
Yeah. Do you ever try and sneak any of the Pincurl Girl style, or like there's a little Pincurl Girl in the corner and nobody even knows? Easter eggs.
No, not yet, but now I've got the idea in my head. I'll have to try.
Yeah, like some of the color schemes. Whenever you're working with a client, and this is a question for myself. So what kind of questions do you ask to kind of capture the vibe or what they're going for? Because a lot of times it's hard to communicate if someone isn't an artist, or maybe they are and they're trying to work together to get their vision into like make it come to pass, right? What kind of things do you ask, and what kind of things do you look for in the person or their idea to make it a reality?
Well, I have learned that it's very necessary for the artist to be in the client meeting. A lot of time the account service will just say, hey, we'll take care of it and we'll let you know what they want. But hearing it straight from their mouth is really, really important. And I like to start off with questions like, okay, what's your overall goal? What do you like that you see out there? It doesn't even have to be in the same, type of business. And what do you hate and why? And then just to get them talking, and then follow up with questions like, why did you say that? Or what does that really mean when you say this?
Yes.
And trying to get them to explain themselves.
And then how do you handle if you do exactly what their vision is and they say, like, this isn't what I had in mind? What do you do?
Well, we like to do 3 versions. So one, I like to do a safe version. And then first I always do the out there version. I say, okay, if they hate this, do this. What safe version would they go for? And then we do an in-between version. So then they can choose. And if they don't like any of those, then I don't know.
Yeah.
We're not the right fit.
Yeah. But that's good. I love that, giving options so that way people can, people want to have the choice for themselves. Usually, there's a lot of times where it's just like, hey, this works for me. But I guess, giving that option is great. Right now it's 10:22. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. I'm talking to Jen Landis with Pincurl Girls. If somebody's just taking the time to tune in, Jen, can you let them know what Pincurl Girls is? Like that elevator pitch. Let them know in like 30 seconds.
Sure. Pincurl Girls spreads encouragement and positivity to those who need it every day.
And that's it. Just like in
That's
one
a
sentence.
floor pitch.
Yeah. And you had mentioned it's for teenagers, but there's also people like adults that will subscribe to the service as well, right?
Yeah. I have a bunch of women. So my youngest girl, 8, who has signed up. Her parents signed her up, and then I have an 89-year-old woman that signs herself up.
Wow.
And everywhere in between. And I have 3 guys too. So Gardy, you can get on as well.
I will. I'll go to Pincurl Girls, and maybe I'll sign my wife up. Do you have to like opt in? How does that work? Like if I put my wife's number in there, will it send her a text message?
Yep. Well, I'll send her. The Pincurl Girls will tell her that you signed her up.
Okay. Very good. Gotcha. So what are the goals that you have for this year? You know, where is Pincurl Girls going?
Well, the job I'm talking about, my advertising agency actually put in my notice. So I'm going to take Pincurl Girls, spend more time on it, do it more full time. And so I'm super excited about that. And I have a new calendar that I'm making this year that's bilingual. So it's the main language is in Spanish, and then there's English translations below, which is exciting. So sending those off to print here in a couple weeks. And my husband will be glad for that because I've been working on my computer like nonstop every day since January 1st on those on those calendars.
That's a lot of. Is that a lot of
work?
work?
I just like to spread the word more.
Yeah. Well, you know, you mentioned, you know, putting in your notice at your job, and you're going to go, you know, full time and put more work into Pincurl Girls. Is that kind of a scary feeling, or is that like a feeling of relief?
Scary, but it's. I don't know if you've ever had that, like, just your gut really knows, like, before you think, oh gosh, I don't know if I can do it. And then one day you wake up and you're like, this is it. Today's the day. Like, it's just in my gut. I can't go against it. So it was scary, but exciting.
Yeah.
And I gave them a 6-month notice. So I told them in February.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's before, like, we even knew what was really happening right now. Yeah.
Right.
Man, so that's awesome. Hey, is there anything else that you'd like to share with the audience about Pincurl Girls, or anything at all?
No. So the text messages come every day, and if anyone wants to sign up for a free month, they can type in the word love, LOVE, and they can get a month for free and try it out, or gift it to a friend and try it out. And I'd love their feedback.
Awesome. Very good. Well, thank you for joining us today, Jen. I appreciate you and all the work that you're doing.
Oh, thanks so much for having me.
This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. All right, Facebook. Hey, y'all be good. Let me know if you have any questions, and let Jen know on this Facebook stream if you have any questions as well. Feel free to share this out, and we're just trying to spread some positivity out here.